Hi everyone. Hope you all are good. We are here for grade 7 math. You can find all the lessons on aplusstudents.com. You have to log in there using your email address and password as provided by the administrator. Then you have to select math from the subject tab. Scroll down to grade 7 and then click on view all lessons. There you can find a list of the chapters. We're going to start with the chapters ratio, rates and proportions. The lessons we're going to cover today are understanding ratios, estimate population size using proportions, rate of change, and constant rate of change. So please make sure you have your notebook and pencil so that you can note down the important examples and definitions as well. Here I am on the grade 7 math. The chapter we're on right now is ratio, rates, and proportions. Let's just start with the lesson that is understanding ratios. So let's just start with the example. What is the ratio of purple t-shirt to total t-shirts? So you have to count the purple t-shirts and total t-shirts, right? You have 1, 2, 3, 4. Total t-shirts are 6 and purple t-shirts are 4. So the ratio between purple t-shirts to red t-shirts is 4 to 2. The purple t-shirts to total t-shirts is 4 to 6. The correct option is 4 ratio 6. Let's just start with the test questions. What is the ratio of the green tabs to purple tabs? So which is the correct option? Green tabs to purple tabs. You have one green tab and one purple tab. So that is 1 to 1. The correct option is option number 1. You have one green tab and one purple tab. So that is 1 ratio 1. What is the ratio of the red rectangles to purple rectangles? So which is the correct option? Red rectangles to purple rectangles. You have one red rectangle and 3 purple triangles. So that is 1 ratio 3. The correct option is option number 1. That is 1 ratio 3. What is the ratio of brown pentagons to total pentagons? So which is the correct option? You have one brown pentagon and and the total pentagons are two. So that is 1 2 2. Option number 2 is the correct option. That is 1 2 2. What is the ratio of the blue jeeps to total jeeps? So which is the correct option? Blue jeeps to total jeeps. So you have 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 to 10. The ratio is 9 to 10. You have 9 blue jeeps and 10 total jeeps. The correct option is 9 to 10. Option number 2 is the correct option. What is the ratio of the yellow balloons to blue balloons? So which is the correct option? Yellow balloons to blue, you have 6 to 1. The correct option is 6 to 1 because you have 6 yellow balloons and 1 blue cup. So that is 6 to 1. What is the ratio of green parakeets to total parakeets? So which is the correct option? That is 2 to 4. Option number 2 is the correct option. What is the ratio of the purple t-shirt to total t-shirts? So which is the correct option? The correct option is 4 to 6. Option number 1 is the correct option. You have 4 purple t-shirts and total 6. So that is 4 to 6. What is the ratio of the red blocks to green blocks? So which is the correct option? The correct option is 1 to 3. Option number 1 is the correct option. Okay, you can complete the lesson by yourself later today. Let me just move on to next lesson. The next lesson is estimate population size using proportions. An 8th grade science class helped estimate the local iguana population. First, a group of wildlife officials tagged 26 iguanas. A few weeks later, a class counted a total of 350 iguanas in the area, of which 13 had tags. To the nearest whole number, what is the best estimate for the iguana population? So we have to form the proportion, right? First, a group of wild officials tagged 26 iguanas. So they tagged 26 iguanas out of total. A few weeks later, the class counted a total of 350. So 26 were tagged out of 350. First, a group of wildlife officials tagged 26 iguanas. A few weeks later, the class counted 350 iguanas in the area. Okay, 350 they counted total, and out of 350, 13 were tagged. So you have to make a ratio that is marked iguanas counted divided by total iguanas counted. 13 were marked, and the total were 350. And they marked 26 iguanas. You need to count a total. So just solve this proportion for P. So that means when they counted, they marked 26. The total population is 700. Got it? Let's just start with the test questions. Wombats are animals that are native to Australia and are related to kangaroos. To estimate the wombat population, Professor Morgan's research group trapped 80 wombats and tagged them. They returned the tagged wombat to the wild and a week later trapped 280 wombats. Of those wombats, 32 were marked to the nearest whole number. What is the best estimate for the what is the best estimate for the wombat population? 32 were marked out of 280. Professor Morgan's research group trapped 80 wombats and tagged them. 80 were tagged. You need to calculate the total population. So solve this for P. 32 times P equals 80 times 280. So that is P equals 80 times 280 divided by 32. So let's just multiply and see which is the correct option. 80 times 280. The correct option is 700. That means the total population is 700. Option number 2 is the correct option. A rancher wanted to estimate how many gophers were living on his property. So he marked 99 of them with tags. Driving around his property a few weeks later, he found 27 tagged gophers out of 270 gophers he counted. So 27 were tagged out of 270. You need to calculate the total population out of 99, right? So just solve this for P. You have to do P equals 99 times 270 divided by 27. So which is the correct option? Just do the calculations and write the correct answer. The correct option is 990. Option number 2 is the correct option. Lauren is a scientist who works with the Department of Agriculture. In order to ensure a good harvest, Lauren keep tracks of various local caterpillar populations. She catches 200 caterpillars, marks them, and releases them. Then later she catches 810 caterpillars, 20 of which are marked to the nearest whole number. What is the best estimate for the caterpillar population? So which is the correct option? So 20 were marked out of 810. So you need to calculate 200 are marked. You need to calculate the total population. So which is the correct option? So just solve it for the P, that is P equals 200 times 810 divided by 20. So which is the correct option? The correct option is 8100. Option number 1 is the correct option. So that is 8100. A farmer wanted to know how many rabbits were living in his fields. He marked 45 of them with tags. A few weeks later, he drove around his fields and found 27 tagged rabbits out of 450 rabbits he counted. So 27 were marked out of 450 he counted. So earlier he marked 45. We need to calculate the total population. So which is the correct option? You have to do P equals 45 times 450 divided by 27. Let me just do calculations. That is 750. Option number 2 is the correct option. Okay, you can complete the lesson by yourself later today. Let me just move on to next lesson. The next lesson is rate of change. Fans of the Cedarburg baseball team compared the number of games won by their team each year. According to the graph, what was the rate of change between 2002 and 2004? 2002, that is 38, and 2004, that is 30. So the rate change is 30 games minus 38, 30 games in 2004 and 38 games in 2002. So 30 games minus 38 games divided by 2004 minus 2002, right? So that is 8 over 2, that means 4 games per year. The correct option is 4. Let's just start with the test questions. Mrs. Harrell hosts an annual art contest for kids and she keep a record of the number of entries each year. According to the table, what was the rate of change between 2006 and 2009? So 2006 and 2009. 2006 and 2009. So you have to do 33 minus 36 divided by 2009 minus 2006. That is minus 3 over 3. So the correct option is minus 1. The correct option is negative 1. Option number 2 is the correct option. That means negative entries, negative 1 entries per year. You have to calculate actually the rate of change, right? Okay, fans of the Cedarburg baseball team compared the number of games won by their team each year. According to the graph, what was the rate of change between 2002 and 2004? So, which is the correct option? That is 38, 30. 30 minus 38 divided by 2004 minus 2002. So, which is the correct option? That is negative 8 over 2. So, the correct option is negative 4 games per year. That is negative 4 games per year. Option number 2 is the correct option. In trying to calculate how much money could be saved by packing lunch, Grayson recorded the amount he spent on lunch each day. According to the table, what was the rate of change between Tuesday and Wednesday? So, which is the correct option? That is $4 per day. Option number 2 is the correct option, right? 9 take away 5 is 4. And the difference between the days is 1. So, that is $4 per day. Option number 2 is the correct option. 'A school administrator who was concerned about grade inflation looked over the number of straight a student flew the graph. What was the rate of change between 2011 and 2013? So, which is the correct option? 2011 and 2013. 14 minus 20 equals 2013 minus 2011. That is negative 6 over 2. The correct option is negative 3. The correct option is negative 3 students per year. Okay, you can complete the lesson by yourself later today. Let me just move on to next lesson. And the next lesson is constant rate of change. The graph shows how the distance Brittany has cycled depends on the number of trips she has taken to work. What is the rate of change? So the rate of change is change in y divided by change in x, right? So you have to select 2 points on the graph. Like here you have, this is the first one that has the coordinate 0, 2, and here you have 2, 5. So you have to do change in y. That is, the first one is always x, the second one is y. This is x, this is y. So you have to do 5 minus 2 divided by 2 minus 0. So that is 1.5. Let's just start with the test questions. The graph shows how the number of plants Robbie can have in his backyard is related to the number of seed packets he purchases. What is the rate of change? So just select any 2 points on the graph. Here is the first one and here is the second one. You can select any of them, right? So that is x is 0, y is 1 for this one, x is 2, y is 5. So these are the x coordinates, these are the y. So you have to calculate change in y. 5 minus 1 divided by 2 minus 0. 4 over 2. So the correct option is 2. The correct option is 2. Option number 1 is the correct option, right? This graph shows how the total number of hair bands Heather owns is related to the amount of money she spends on additional hair bands. What is the rate of change? So just select any 2 points. That is 2002 and 26. That is 6 minus 2 divided by 2 minus 0. 4 over 2. The correct option is 2. Option number 1 is the correct option. That is 2 hair bands per dollar. Option number 1 is the correct option. This graph shows how the distance Gabby has cycled depends on the amount of trips she has taken to work. So, what is the rate of change? So, let's just see one easy way to find the um, rate of change. You have to do select any 2 points on the graph like this, right? Just join these points and make a triangle, that is 1 2 3 over 1. So you have change in y is 3 and change in x is 1. So that means the slope of the graph is 3 kilometers per trip. Option number 2 is the correct option. Option number 2 is the correct option. This graph shows how the cost of a cab ride depends on the distance in miles. What is the rate of change? So which is the correct option? That is 2 miles, $2 per mile. Okay, you can complete the lesson by yourself later today. So we were working on grade 7 math. Chapter we're working on is ratios, rates and proportions. The lessons we have covered today are understanding ratios, estimate population size using proportions, rate of change and constant rate of change. So please make sure before the next session you can complete all the practice questions. If you need more help with any of the lesson, you can simply click on the live chat button. Tutors are available there to help you, or either you can write down the question in the chat box. I'm here to answer all your questions and confusions if you have any. So you can please write down the questions. I'm here to answer all your questions and confusions if you have any. Any questions? Any questions? Okay, then that's all for today. See you in the next session. Bye, everyone.